So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, we're back today. Master League continues. We're really going to start trying to push this through now, what with, only about, 3 weeks or so before PES 2020 finally does arrive. So we're going to play 2 matches in this episode. It's going to be 2 league fixtures. I'm going to keep them short, though, at 10-minute halves, and maybe try and just break down the match into showing more chances if there are any. I really can't make these matches too long because it just becomes a bit too much to edit. So hopefully there are going to be chances in this one. We're going to have to make some changes, though, to the lineup. Players are tired, players are down. The likes of Eden Hazard, he just needs a rest, but I will keep him on the bench just, as a last resort if we need a little bit of oomph in the final, 20 or so minutes. Tony Kroos, I'm going to keep him at home, give him a rest as well. Stay at home with the kids, mate, and have a bit of a rest up. Sané is going to be on the bench. We keep him on the bench because we've got Vallejo as well. But yeah, we'll put Sané instead. So we'll go for Courtois, Nacho, Militao with Varane. We've got Casemiro, Pogba, Felix, Carvajal on the right, Marcelo on the left. And we're going to go for Rodrigo and Son up top. And rest. What's his name? Mariano for today's game. He's been lacking recently, Mariano, to be honest. And I think, maybe just needs a bit of time to recoup. So that's what we're going for. There's a look at Real Betis, 3-5-2 as well. So it should make for an interesting fixture. Let's quickly have a look, though, at the league table. Well, these are the other matches going on. Barcelona taking on Girona. The big one, of course, is Atletico Madrid. They are taking on Athletic Club. So something could happen there. Maybe they'll drop points, but you hope and pray, pretty much. And if I can try and find... I really wish this is one thing they really need to add, is just looking at the full league table, making it easy as possible, instead of having to go through literally 6 different menus just to try and get to this stage. So if we do win, Atletico Madrid lose, we'll close the gap to 4 points, but Barcelona, of course, 1 point ahead of us. So yeah, it's gone down the pecking order a little bit since the beginning of the season. But I always kind of had an idea that this was going to happen because Atletico Madrid were not losing matches, and we just sort of started losing games, which made it difficult. Anyway, we'll use the nice red one for today. Away from home, let's dive right into the action, no messing about. And I may very well just go straight into the second match after this one, so we're not hanging about. Anyway, let's do this. So La Liga is winding down now into the home stretch. There really isn't too many games to play. And Real Madrid are trying to keep pace. They want to keep that, Champions League spot, of course, at a minimum. But they've got to hope that Atletico Madrid and Barcelona both drop points and they get the win here, taking on a decent Real Betis side away from home. And the referee's just going to give him a word in the ear and tell him, look, it's early days, but still, let's keep it clean, Canales. There's no need to be that filthy. Paul Pogba to take it. We nearly got to nearly messed that one up completely, and in the end, it's a complete waste by Real Madrid. But Militao's done well there, and we've got players across with Carvajal. Skips inside, lovely ball. Militao, of all players, went for a little bit of a walkabout, but the goalie was equal to it. It's better by Real Madrid, though. They are probing. Just trying to create whatever they can. Rodrigo, nice little give and go. He's got exceptional pace, but they've got to be able to use that and get in behind of this Real Betis back line. They're also playing that 3-5-2 as well today. A well-played Nacho. Feeds it off. And he's got Rodrigo running through the middle. Maybe he could have delayed that pass a little bit longer. It's almost like he tried to rush it. Still, Real Madrid keep the ball. They lose out on it. Give them back to Casemiro here. Marcelo's through the middle. Feeds it on. Felix. Lovely ball. Oh, he was looking for Rodrigo. They're so close, but it's just that final pass. Won't happen for them yet. Here is Casemiro. They're finding a lot of space behind here. And it's a little bit worrying for Real Betis. And it's Paul Pogba on his left foot. That's brilliant. What a thunderous strike it is by the captain for today, who takes the armband off Toni Kroos and also steals a little bit of his finishing. First chance for him, first goal, but it was coming. As soon as he picks this up, there's the give and go. And Son almost blocks off the defender. He just rockets it in the corner. You wonder if Real Betis are going to make some changes here. Sloppy pass through the middle, because the middle is so open for them. Oh, wait a minute, because that's a lovely ball, and what a save by Courtois. Brilliant reflexes by the big Belgian. Talking about Real Betis making changes, but they're not going to need it with runs and balls like this. But what a stop that is. Comes off his shoulder in the end. Well, we are coming up to half-time. Real Madrid have had a couple of chances. Probably kicking themselves that they haven't scored more goals, really. And Son's done brilliantly well. He's through on goal. Can he finish it off? No, because he didn't want to hit it for some reason. Just couldn't quite get it out of his feet. And that is half-time. It's Paul Pogba's finish after 28 minutes. That separates the two teams. So the second half begins. There's a change for Real Betis. None for Real Madrid. Luigi will generally be happy with the way it's worked out for them. But this is early pressure by Betis. They've got to close down, they know that. Searching for that goal that puts them back in this match. Sloppy pass there, though. It's not what you want to be doing, giving the ball away in silly positions. They've gone for the back post. It's not a bad idea, and Varane doesn't take any risks and clears it away. Liking to take. Plenty of options. He's gone deep, looking for the back post. There's the header. And it was Bartra there. Got up well, but it was a difficult header from that type of range. Lo Celso to take this. Launches it high. That's a good header. Now this is where Real Madrid can be the most deadly. That quick counter. And here we go with Son. And he's got players through the middle, but he very well may go this alone. He's still going. Cuts it back to Pogba! And there's number 2. And the captain is on fine form today. Set up by the South Korean. This time he decided to cut it back. It did take a little deflection, but it was through the legs of the defender. How about that for a cheeky, crafty little pass? Here it is. He said, see you later. Nutmeg, 2-0. So, great start to the second half. Scoring in the opening 9 minutes. Real Madrid do have a couple matches before they head back into the Champions League. So, you know, any kind of momentum on their side will be fantastic for them. But Carvajal's got the wrong side of his man here. It's a great ball in, but tidy defending. Here comes Paul Pogba looking for his first Real Madrid hat-trick. Felix, and wait a minute. Because Paul Pogba, it's gone for a little bit of a walkabout, tried to hit it, but just as he was about to, the defender got a toe in and denies the goal-scoring opportunity. And away we go now, the other end of the field. Dinked over the top. Fed up the line. Courtois was going to, Carvajal was going to come across, and now it's 2-1. And what a start we've got here. What a game we've got to this second half. Laurent Moron. Some may call him a moron, but we're going to say Moron gets it to 2-1. Not great defending from this standpoint because it was a bit of a mix-up. Carvajal should have been the one going to him. Still, that's a good goal. So Real Madrid make 3 changes. Odriozola on Junior and Ziyech. Of course, there's no Eden Hazard today. He was on the bench, but he hasn't been used at all. Well, sometimes you just have to rest your players, don't you? You've got to give them a little bit of time to recoup when you're playing so many matches. And you are in Europe, as well as playing the Copa del Rey as well. But maybe the fresh legs for Real Madrid will help them out here at the back. Chance down the flank, drills it in! Oh, what a challenge that was. Had to be good, right at the death. Now Odriozola's come on. You can see him fighting for the ball. Chance here for Real Betis. Ziyech sticks a foot in. There's the strike. And Courtois will calmly take claim and dish this one out. Maybe not the best idea. Well, hang on. Oh, that was a real chance there. The referee has given Real Madrid a lifeline. I'd like to take another look at this to see exactly if this was a foul, because he did win the ball. I don't know. I feel like they're not going to have a go from here. It's a long way out. But they will just try and float it in. Didn't work out the way they wanted to, and Ziyech stolen it. And he's got a lot of pace, and he's away. He's got no support, though. What will he do? Oh, lovely play. Onto the left foot, took a big deflection. Oh, Joe Robles telling his players to get out. We've got less than a couple of minutes to play here. Ball is fed on. And that very well may go out, and it will be a Real Madrid throw. And you feel like that probably is going to be enough now for Real Madrid to take home the 3 points. Finally back to winning ways thanks to 2 goals from Paul Pogba. A brilliant display by him as they launch the ball forward. The referee will have a look at the watch, and that will be the full-time whistle. Finished Real Betis 1, Paul Pogba 2, pretty much. The captain doing what he needed. But there certainly was a good amount of chances. So there it is, 5 shots, I mean dead even when it came to the attempts on goal. Man of the match, unsurprisingly, was Pogba. So the other results, Barcelona match did not go in our favour. They won by 1-0. Valencia won 1-0 against Sevilla. Now we hope and pray. Hope and pray. Oh, Atletico Madrid dropped 2 points, drawing 1-1 with Athletic Club Bilbao. Villarreal won 2-0 there. Getafe lost 1-0 to Real Sociedad. So it's certainly close, isn't it? There are matches left. I can't know exactly how many matches we played now, but yeah, Barcelona 4 points behind. We're 5 points behind them. And maybe it will go down to the wire. Anyway, let's dive now right into the next matchup. No messing about. We'll have a look at the lineups, and I'll see you guys in just a second. So Real Madrid return to the Santiago Bernabeu for match day 35. After this, only 3 matches remain. And guess what? Atletico Madrid are taking on Real Madrid in the next La Liga fixture. But Real Madrid have Barcelona to come in the Champions League match after this. They still have Barcelona to face as well in La Liga. There is an awful lot of work to be done. Unfortunately today there's a lot of players absent. Varane is out with a 2 weeks worth of injuries. Pogba's not up for it, and Eden Hazard is also not 100% fit. There's a couple of big changes to the lineup. Let's have a look at them right now. They're taking on Getafe, lying in 15th place, but it's going to be Mariano and Son up top. Felix just behind. Toni Kroos comes back, and Sané is in there as well to replace injured Rafael Varane. For Getafe, they're playing a traditional 4-4-2 with Angel and Jan Mata up top, Portillo on the left, and Gareth Rodriguez on the right. So we are off and running with match day 35 out of 38. It really has been quite an entertaining season because there's not been one team that has just walked away with it. Barcelona were so far behind at one point, but they have just stepped up through the gears. Oh, that's lovely play here. And Toni Kroos trying to deliver it in. I mean, you feel hard done by for Paul Pogba, who scored 2 goals, but he's come down with something, and he's just not match fit for today. Likewise, Eden Hazard still not in the lineup, but they should be fresh, you feel, for that big game against Barcelona in the Champions League. Well played, Toni Kroos. Feeds it across. It is Son. He tried to just smash it, and it actually comes off the post. A dangerous position. Militao knows he was the culprit. Just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to go in the book. Wasn't a whole lot in it. Well, Suarez will swing it in. How's the delivery? Gone for that near post. Oh, what a volley. You score that one, it's a contender for goal of the month. It's all Real Madrid here in this opening 26 minutes. Carvajal's been dispossessed. Fed forward, lovely quick play here by Angel. Good effort, but all day for Courtois. He's not going to mess around. Toni Kroos. Son. Carvajal, is he going to get there? Not quite. Getafe are keeping their shape relatively well at the back. Saying that, it's not a place you want to lose it. Right there, here comes Felix now. Feeds it off. Son, lovely ball, and Felix was half a yard away from getting in on goal. Coming up to half-time, though we haven't had goals, but it's been a feisty affair. Angel. Antunes. Portillo. Gets it off him again. Looks to swing it around the other way. There is your half-time whistle. The question is, will we see some changes here? Real Madrid just failing to quite get through. So we're off and running for the second half. Odriozola has come on to replace Carvajal. A little bit more youth there down the right-hand side. But a very attacking-minded fullback as well. And maybe a slight change as well in tactics, as they very well might play a little bit more attacking. Almost Gegenpress-like. But that will really open this game up. And now here we go with Casemiro. Feeds it off. Mariano. Casemiro continues the run. He's found him here. He's got players in the box. Lays it back. Marcelo. Good ball in. Back to Toni Kroos. And the referee's going to play on. And it's going to be Felix! Beautiful goal. And the young boy continues to shine. And what about that as well for an advantage played by the referee? And it's almost like the goalie was just beaten by the sheer quality. There was the foul. And look at this quick turn by Felix to get that out of his feet that quickly. Readjust his body. And then almost curl it in the far corner. Have a look at it here. It's under his foot. Traps it. One touch bend. It's phenomenal. 1-0. So Toni Kroos is going to float this one high. He's looking for Sané. Did win the header. Obviously a big threat when you're that tall and that powerful in the air. Here is Toni Kroos now. Did have a change as well there. Son has been replaced by Vinicius Jr. Maybe resting him as well for that Barcelona matchup. But right now Getafe find themselves a goal down, 20 minutes left at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid just want to make sure they keep the pressure on and don't waste it. That's exactly what they've done though. Nacho's missed the challenge. He's done that a couple of times today. Fed inside. Fed up the line. And Sané's got the wrong side of his man. This time Nacho does get there. And I'll tell you what, that nearly looped in. It may actually gone out for a goal kick, but Getafe make a change. 15 minutes left in match day 35 of this La Liga fixture, where if Atletico Madrid lose and Real Madrid win, it means the next match will be absolutely humongous. It's going to be a big game anyway, but it will be a whopper. But they still have to hold on here. Chance to play it through. Nice football here by Getafe. They're working it well. Well done, Eder Militao. He's had a couple of risky games, Militao. But overall, it's been a pretty good signing. That's a good-looking pass to Junior. He's got no support, but he has got a lot of pace. And he's passed one. He's laid it off. And what a save that is to deny Odriozola of all players. Pushing up. Probably shouldn't be that far up the field. Luigi won't be too happy with that when they're leading this. And wait a minute, look at the other side of the field there. What a switch was on, but couldn't see it. Real Madrid got to be careful. Don't need another goal. Marcelo, he's tried to switch that. It's gone horrendously wrong. It's a very open matchup. Outside of the boot. Can he get it down? He can, but once again, Militao, phenomenal play. Hoofs it clear. Great header by Junior. And the referee's even given him the free kick. Well played. Oh, no, it was Mariano. Sorry, not Junior. Well played, the forward. So, Real Madrid, final couple of changes just to waste the time and make sure they do shut up shop. Reguilon replacing Marcelo at the back. Well, Toni Kroos deciding to take the short one. Casemiro now is literally just going to drop in that hole and have sort of a back four. Here is Odriozola now. Lovely play by the young boy. We are into the 90th minute. They're looking for another one. They want to get as many goals as they can. The goal difference isn't the best, as we know. We are into the final couple of minutes, and that's a fantastic ball up the line. And here's a chance for Suarez. Casemiro just about got a foot onto that. What an imperative challenge that is. And that is your full-time whistle. And the young boy Felix coming up with the goods to give Real Madrid an important win. But now they have to hope and pray that elsewhere Atletico Madrid and Barcelona have dropped points themselves. Let's have a look at the final match stats for you. 5 attempts to 3. Not the most chances in the world, but a win to win. Casemiro, your man of the match. Well, have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a ridiculous end to the season, because Atletico Madrid have just lost 1-0 to Real Sociedad away from home. And I'll tell you why that is a huge result. Celta de Vigo won 2-0 there. Barcelona, though, won as well, or they won as well against Valencia. And Espanyol won 3-0 against Girona. So have a look how close it is. And this is why this is such a big result. Because up next, we are taking on Atletico Madrid. And we also have Barcelona in the last match of the season. If we can win all 3 final matches, we will win La Liga. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter what happens elsewhere. That is what is at stake. There's Valencia in 4th. Bottom of the table is Rayo Vallecano. Man, oh man, this is why you love PES. Because of stuff like this. But we've still got this match against Barcelona to worry about in the Champions League. And we don't have Varane. He's out for a couple of weeks. And Militao's also been suspended because, of course, he got sent off in the last game. So there it is. You can see we have got Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, then Barcelona, then Sevilla, and then Barcelona again. Oh, man. What a ridiculous run of games this is going to be. And if we win the league and win the Champions League, then I think we fully have deserved this. But, yeah, having a look at player statuses, it's not good. Look at that. Varane's out for a week, and Militao's been suspended for this game. Luckily, it's only one match, but it's going to mean that we're going to have to make changes. Of course, Sané is down. Thank you. That's not what I wanted at all. Why is Hazard still on orange? I don't understand this guy. His condition is a 6. He should not be on orange. At least Pogba's on blue, and we've got a couple of players buzzing. Anyway, it's going to be a mad game. It really is. They're going for Messi as a centre-forward today, and Suarez has been rested. But we shall return, ladies and gentlemen, for some phenomenal games, hopefully, at the end of this season. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Luckily, we've just scraped through with those wins. Performances were good, and we shall return. I do like this 3-5-2. It does just give me a little bit more... What's the word? Who cares? It just gives us more... solidness at the back. Not a word, but we'll go for that one. And I can't wait. Can't wait. We shall return, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time, I'm out of words. I need to go and have a rest. But I'll see you guys in the next match. Take care.